Today on CBTV Idaho, we're going back on the job site to talk with a local concrete contractor. We're going to discuss everything he loves about what he does day to day, as well as what is currently the most difficult thing to work around in the job market. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Tyson, and you are watching Construction Business TV, Idaho Falls, Idaho. Welcome back, guys, to CBTV Idaho. My name is Tyson, and I am your local journalist and videographer for Construction Business TV in the East Idaho Falls area. This is our first time talking. Construction Business TV is an online-based news platform dedicated to keeping you up to date and informed on all of the construction projects and developments going on in Idaho Falls. I put out a new video for the Idaho Falls market every Tuesday, so if you like the information that I'm sharing with you and you want to keep up to date on projects as they unfold, like the video, subscribe to the channel, Construction Business TV, hit the notification bell so that you get updated when these videos come back up every Tuesday. As always, I begin my videos with a construction interruption report so that you can be made aware of any potential delays to your daily commutes. Today's construction interruption report. East Idaho Railroad began removing the unused railroad crossing at Park Avenue south of West Broadway Street yesterday, May 24th. The crossing in front of the Idaho Falls Public Library is also being removed. There was a full closure of that portion of Park Avenue beginning 8 o'clock yesterday, with the road remaining closed until Tuesday afternoon. So this afternoon is when they will complete the construction and those roads will open back up to the public. Part of what Construction Business TV is about is reinvigorating a passion in blue-collar work. So on that note, we provide you with a local jobs post lead, the most recent that we can find. Today's slot job lead was posted on Indeed.com less than 24 hours ago, and it is from Cleary Building Corporation. They have posted 2 new positions that they need filled as soon as possible. They are both entry-level positions. They're both in Idaho Falls, and the first one is construction foreman. The second one is a subcontract construction crew. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below where you can follow the link to Indeed.com, find out more information on each of these positions, find out if it's something that would be a fit for you, and you can apply to the jobs from there. And finally, before I get into my big story, I want to give you a current update on the lumber market. The current lumber figures are at $1,397 per 1,000 board feet. This figure is down almost 13% from the $1,609 figure that I reported on in my last lumber report a couple of weeks ago. For my big story, I got the chance to go out to Hicey Hot Springs east of the Rigby-Ryrie, Idaho area, where they are currently undergoing a ton of construction renovation out there. Part of this construction is being headed by Rob Hawkins, owner of Hawkins Concrete Incorporated. We had the chance to have a lot of great conversations about what life is like doing his level of work on a day-to-day basis. Take a look. So we're out here in Hicey Hot Springs. It's just east of Rigby in eastern Idaho. Why do they have you out here? What are they working on today?
So there's 3 different projects going on. We're pouring the main ramp into the main handicap ramp into the pool building, which is just kind of over here to the side. And then you have a pool contractor from Pocatello, and they're redoing the new pool with gunite. And then you got a third contractor, Richardson Concrete, doing foundation for the new changing room and the pool equipment room.
So they're pretty much doing an extreme home makeover on this pool. When did this begin?
Well, they actually started tearing out the pool last fall, and then I would say maybe a month ago or so they really got into starting the project once the snow and everything went away.
Okay. Because for those of you who aren't local, this pool's been here a long time. It's been here my whole life. I have childhood memories of coming to this pool, and I don't even recognize it now because it looks like they're pretty much starting from the ground up.
Yeah, I think the Hicey Hot Springs itself has been here for over 100 years, and so they've torn out the changing building and the pool equipment building. It's going to have a whole new pool, all new deck, new changing building. They're going to have a big giant splash pad right here by the corner. It's going to be a new splash pad here, and we're going to pour all the concrete for the splash pad. And it's going to be pretty exciting when it's done.
Absolutely. You mentioned that the hot springs has been here for over 100 years. I did just a quick little read up on it on the way up here. It was about the late 1800s, actually. It was about 1900, the year 1900, when it was Richard Heiss was a German immigrant, and I guess in Germany they silence the E at the end of the, so this is technically pronounced Heiss Hot Springs, but the locals all know it as just Heissy Hot Springs. Richard Heiss immigrated here, fought in the Civil War. After the Civil War, moved up to Idaho, where the Indians from the Fort Hall tribe informed him of these hot springs that had healing minerals in the water, and that's what brought him up here and established his business here. Fun fact.
It is, and that building, I'm not sure if you can see the old hotel in the building. It was almost one of the original buildings from the early 1900s, and it's pretty phenomenal inside. If you could get in there, it's pretty neat inside there.
Okay, so this started just about when the snow melted. How long of a project do you expect this to be?
They are hoping to be completely finished by July the 4th. But so, you know how things go. They'll be lucky if they finish.
That's always the tentative time.
That's right.
And just in time for the summertime to come out here and try out the new pool. So how long have you been with, so Hawkins Concrete would be your business you own then, right?
It's our business. My wife's the president of the corporation.
The wife's usually the president.
That's right. It helps us.
How long has Hawkins Hawkins Concrete been around?
Since 2002. And we're just in Idaho Falls, Idaho. Just a small family concrete company.
Uh-huh. And how has the concrete pouring construction business been for you, especially within the last, say, 2 years?
It's pretty crazy. The people moving into the area, the building boom is just nuts. We can't keep up. There's so many new contractors coming in that I've never even heard of, and they can't keep up. We're like 3 or 4 months out to do any new project. We've got so much work.
So nobody's hurting from lack of work.
No, nobody. Well, the contractors aren't.
Yeah. And you probably expect that to be an ongoing trend for the foreseeable future.
It looks that way because of the way the influx of people from out of state are coming in. I don't see that slowing down too soon.
Gotcha.
I mean, I hope not.
And what was it that first got you into this industry? What is it that gets you up in the morning and to do this kind of work?
Well, first I like being outside. I love being outside. Sitting in an office would be tough for me to do, but I've done concrete for about 35 years now, and I just love the fact that I can go and do a new project for people, and it's different every day, and just the fact that what you're helping people out with their house and doing stuff for them is just what I live for, basically.
I imagine there's a sense of personal satisfaction in being able to create something and build something with your hands.
Oh, most definitely, and challenging yourself as well to be able to do projects you haven't done before, and then just the way the customers react to a good job is just really satisfying. It really is.
Would you say that any two projects that you've done in the last, you said 2002, is that right?
Yeah.
So last 20 years almost, would you say that any two projects have ever been the same?
Well, you get it. We do foundations as well as flat work, so a lot of that stuff is kind of the same. A lot of the house foundations are kind of similar, but when it comes to doing driveways and patios and we do decorative concrete as well. Those are all different, and they're all challenges. Sometimes it's nice outside, sometimes it's cold, windy, rainy, snow.
It's Idaho.
Yeah, it could change in 5 minutes exactly.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful day to day, so we're hoping our pour goes well.
Yeah, we don't have a cloud in the sky today, so
no wind, that's the best thing.
I don't think there's going to be any sign of bad weather, and it's beautiful. You can't ask for more beautiful scenery to work in out here in Heissy, east of Ryrie. So here within the last 12 months, a good question is, has COVID been any kind of a factor in changing your work model or your work structure?
Well, for us, it really hasn't stopped us. We were deemed essential employees right afterwards, so we weren't out of work, so we've been working ever since. Our hardest thing since COVID started is trying to find help, trying to find employees. With the federal unemployment and everything that they've given out and all that, we've just had a hard time finding anybody that really wants to work. That's been the toughest thing. And now with the cost of lumber and steel and rebar and all that going up, that has to do with COVID, so I guess we are kind of getting affected by it.
So, okay, we've got two factors that we're talking, and we've been touching on those factors. CBTV has been touching on those factors a lot, the increase in prices, material prices, and the shortage of qualified hands to do this kind of work.
Yeah, we just can't find anybody that right now that will even respond to our ads. I have ads all over Craigslist, Facebook, everything, and no one even responds at all.
So you haven't even had people just show up temporarily and decided I'm out?
Last year, when it first started, we had some people, and someone would last a week. They'd get a paycheck and wouldn't see them again. I had some people that just never even came back for a check. Just the weirdest thing, it really is.
Didn't even come back for the work to get paid for the work they did.
Yeah, something.
That's mind-blowing.
It is.
That's great stuff. So for you, I imagine that it may be possible that if you were to decide tomorrow, like, you know what, I would get paid more if I stayed home and just collected unemployment. Is that something you think you could even bring yourself to do?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't, one, because we have, I have an employee right now. So.
Minus the responsibilities of owning a business, I should say. If you were just a on the ground new hire worker.
Well, me personally, no, I couldn't do it. I like to be outside and I like to be working. So I don't think I could. But being put in the situation, if I'd never been doing this, and if I'm just a young person, who knows, maybe. It's hard to say.
Hard to say. So, and for the viewers that are watching us who aren't local to Idaho, you may not be aware, I think it was last week that Governor Little recently passed, a motion discontinuing all COVID-related federal unemployment assistance from the state of Idaho. So you can no longer collect the additional amount that they provide for COVID unemployment. So are you hopeful now that this motion's been passed by our governor, are you hopeful that you're going to start seeing a little bit more help out here? Because you were telling me earlier, I don't think we actually mentioned it on the video, that you're one of a two-man team to this morning. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I actually have a third person, Robert here. I got him to drive all the way up from Provo, Utah to help us today. He took a day off work down there to drive up here to help us because it's just too much for two guys to do.
That's how short-handed you are, that you need to pull people in from out of state because...
Yeah, and he's, just as old as we are. It'd be nice to have a couple of young guys to, be the go-getters and stuff like that. So hopefully that'll change now with the new law.
You're hoping that you're going to start getting some of the younger guys under your wing that you can... Is this job that you're doing, would you define it as at least could it be defined as an entry-level position? Is it something that somebody could come on site and you could train them to do this work?
Yes, we can. For laborers, yeah. Yep. We kind of like to have experience just because it helps out with a lot of the stuff that we do. But, right now, yeah, anybody. If you're willing to work, I would love to have you out here.
So after this interview, if I were to turn my camera off and say, like, hey, let me help you out today, like, you'd be willing to put a hard hat on me and put me in the ground.
You betcha. I got mud boots for you and a shovel, and I'm ready for you.
So Rob claims that he can take virtually anybody off the street and he can train him to do this kind of work. So we're going to put that to the test today.
sorry. I didn't know they were coming this early.
No, this is a perfect time to wrap it off. Is there anything else that you would want to say in encouraging? Because that's one of the big things that CBTV is trying to do, is try to reinvigorate an interest in trades work and getting your hands dirty, and the sense of fulfillment that you get from building things like this.
Yeah, I would just tell anybody that really wants to get out and learn something new. This, it's great. You're outdoors, physical labor. It's great. I'd just tell you all, come out and work.
Most honest kind of work you can do, right?
Pretty much.
Thank you so much, Rob, for your time.
Thanks.
You enjoy your day.
Sorry, I gotta run.
No, you're fine. His concrete truck's showing up. He's going to get his hands dirty, and he's going to come home tonight with a big sense of fulfillment and a proud heart that he was able to do something worthwhile and do the most honest kind of work you can do. And he's building something that, like I said, this pool's been around. The hot pools have been around for over 100 years. This pool's been around not much shorter than that. So, and I have childhood memories of being in this pool. Millions, possibly, of people have grown up coming to this pool, and now that they're kind of remodeling it or refurnishing it, it's going to continue to produce those happy memories for families and for individuals for years to come. And that is the power of construction. That is the magic of construction. So again, my name is Tyson. I'm your videographer and journalist for Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. We were visiting with Rob Hawkins from Hawkins Concrete. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. You drive safe.